if you've had your textbook, maybe you've already had a chance to look at chapter 1, but if you haven't, it's not a big deal. But really, chapter 1 talks a lot about this idea of kind of, again, like, where are we when it comes to studying leadership? And it really tackles kind of one of the biggest issues I think that a lot of people have with studying leadership, and it's that everybody has a different definition of it, right? I can read one book and somebody defines it one way. I can read another self-help book and they define leadership in a totally different way. It seems to be something that there's just a lot of opinions about. And so in this class, how in the world do we know what definition of leadership to use? What do we use going forward after this class? And so we're going to really take some time to unpack that and discuss these leadership definitions. So everybody should have one of these yellow sheets. And the first thing we're going to do is going to be an individual activity. And so I want y'all to read, there's 6 definitions of leadership on here, on this front page. I don't want you to look at the back page yet, just look at the front page. And I want you to read those 6 definitions. And as you're reading them, I want you to decide what you like and dislike about those particular definitions. So if there's a certain word in the definition that you really like, circle it or underline it. If there's a word that you're like, this was fine and good until they said this, put an X on it. There's also a little bit of room there, so if you want to make some notes for yourself, what is it that you like or dislike about that definition? Once you've done that for all 6, I then want you to rank order them, 1 through 6. 1 being your favorite definition and 6 being your least favorite. What questions are there? Okay, if not, this should maybe take you 5 minutes. All right, so don't think too heavy on it, kind of go with your gut reaction, but decide what you like and dislike about each definition and then rank order them 1 through 6, 1 being your favorite, 6 being your least favorite. I don't do well with quiet classrooms, so y'all worry about it. Give you about 1 more minute. finish up your notes and your ranking. I can't decide if I like your hair shorter or longer. I kind of miss the ponytail.
I do. That's why it's in an in-between stage.
Yeah, growing it back out.
Not jump in.
Yeah. I remember when I saw you in the spring and you kind of like, who are you?
I didn't understand myself either.
All right, everybody done? Okay. What I'd like for you to do now is I want to put you all into groups of 5, and you can kind of pod yourself up. Feel free to move the chairs around. I know it's a little awkward in this room, but hey, at least they're not stuck together or bolted to the ground. So kind of get into groups of 5. And in that group of 5, what I would like for y'all to do is kind of share with each other how you ranked them. And as a group, y'all are going to come up with your top 2 definitions and your bottom 2 definitions. So you flip onto that back page, you're going to see a space, and everybody needs to write this in. You're going to write in what your group's top 2 definitions are and what your bottom 2 definitions are, and explain why y'all decided that. So what was the discussion like? How did y'all come to a compromise on that? And then once kind of the groups, everybody's finished, we'll go to step 3 after that. So, all right, kind of group up. 5. Say, Peyton, you can join that group back there.
How many people do you want me to group?
5. Yeah, we have 25 people, so it should work out. Yeah, Peyton, they need somebody else over here in this group. And we have a lot of people in this group. So if we can get one person to pop over with this group right here. Thanks, Caleb.
I had the first for actually helping it. The bottom one was number 3. Number 2. 5.
Majority of us have the bottom bullet as their first. I think you could just like
And it's not as much as let's do this together, it's more of a you're going to do that. I'm not a big fan about that.
I came from a military background, so for me the word subordinate and like desired manner was very drill instructor.
Yeah.
And like that's not in like civilian world, that's not effective.
why he was asking why we chose it. Me personally, I like the sentence or the part that it says uniform each other. Because I think that's really important, especially when you're working with other people.
What have y'all decided on so far?
We're pretty easy, yeah. We're kind of thinking the same.
Awesome. So what did y'all put at the bottom? Like, what's your first bottom one?
The one about leadership is a process by which an agent is subordinate to behave in a desired manner.
What didn't y'all like about that?
I just think as a leader, like, you never want to just tell somebody to do, because nobody likes to be told what to do. You can suggest things, but in the end, you can't make them do anything they don't want to do.
That
It kind
word,
of sounds like they're just like telling them, like, this is how you gotta act, this is how you gotta do it.
that word subordinate is so cold. And then, like, we're working with people, y'all. Like, my subordinate.
Yeah, as a mutually beneficial.
That it's evolving because that's like the raising the bar thing in my mind.
I have 8:30 intro leadership
What have y'all decided on so far?
So on top.
You're done. Okay. So. Oh, don't hit the table. That would be hilarious.
Your life flashed before my eyes.
It's all good.
So our top two,
Yes.
is the sixth one and then the first one. And the reason being because like it just had a very positive influential tone to it. And then the bottom two were the fourth and fifth ones because they would seem controlling and kind of a really negative connotation to it. And it's sort of actually geared towards influence people like
Do you think that there'd ever be a time that people would consider like 4 and 5 to be good definitions of
I think it
leadership?
just like depends on like the environment they're in.
Like in the army or something, I could see that being a leadership definition or something like that.
Yeah.
Because of the way people.
It's kind of like where you're saying that group over there, that word subordinate just seems cold, doesn't it? Like
Struggle. The struggle.
The struggle, I said that was really negative. I was like, I don't know.
That's an interesting perspective of that.
I don't think struggling is an art. The art of mobilizing others to want to struggle.
We don't want to struggle.
Not
You don't
what?
have to struggle to.
That's like on the Bachelor finale when they're like, we just, like at the end of the year, they were like, I want them to challenge me. It just wasn't challenging. I'm like, why do you need your relationship to have to be challenging all
Why
the
do
time?
you want a hard relationship?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Drama. How are y'all over here?
I think you're on like 4.
Got your top 2, bottom 2? I think most groups have kind of identified, so take maybe like 2 minutes to kind of finish writing up your ideas and your explanations for why your group made the choices that y'all made. Okay? 2 minutes. Everybody kind of finished in your groups? So what I'd like to do is we'll go kind of group by group, and the first thing that I want you to do is tell me which definition you ranked kind of number 1 and number 2, and then which one, and kind of give me an explanation why. So we're going to focus on that first. So those that your group ranked number 1, number 2, and why. And let's start with y'all in the back.
The one that we chose to be our number 1 was the 6th definition, the leadership and engagement of others. The part that I really liked in that was my main chunk of words that I really liked was transform each other. Because I think when people become leaders, they don't often want to listen to their followers, and when you listen to your followers, you each change each other and how you think and what you think you have to do group moving forward and doing things.
I like that. So y'all liked that idea of transforming each other. Very cool. Thank y'all very much for sharing that. Which one did you choose as your number one?
Ours was the same one.
Same one. Okay. Why? What about that definition did y'all like the most?
I think it was kind of on the same lines. We liked that it was mutually exclusive and it was making each other kind of desire goals all along the same thought process.
Yeah, I like that. So that idea of mutuality. I think it's cool. I think sometimes there is this idea that leaders get just as much from the people that are following them as the followers may get from the leader. I think that's really important. Big group up here in the front.
We had number 6 as well, and we commented on the raising the level. Raising the bar. But we like that because it sounds like it's evolving, like it's continuously pursuing growth.
Ooh, I like that idea. Evolving and growth. So it kind of ties into this idea of change and that leadership's always changing and our perspectives on it. And so as we work with each other, as we look at that mutuality, we've got to realize that it's kind of a growth process and process oriented. That'll come up later, so that's a good one. Yeah.
We also chose the last one.
All right.
We talked about kind of like how the other groups did, like both groups are bettering themselves and both are improving and they're working together. It's not like the leader just tells them what to do.
Yeah. I like what you said about improvement. To me, improvement is just so motivating because I don't know about y'all, but I don't do things right all the time. So I like to at least feel like I have the chance to have a do-over, to try again. And so just knowing that maybe there's an ounce of, or allowing for improvement, it's kind of encouraging to me. What did y'all have?
We also have the last one.
Okay, so also the last one. And why?
For me personally, we pretty much all agree, but my favorite part is the mutually beneficial because the followers, I guess, they're not doing things for the leaders. They're doing things for the group as a whole.
Yeah.
I kind of like the influential word too that's involved because that's the whole purpose. You know, together you guys are going to be influential if you have the leaders.
Yeah. I like that. So kind of crazy. Y'all are the first class that I've had with this that y'all have chosen all the same top definitions. So I think that's kind of cool and a neat place for us to start out with. And so what I've kind of picked up on that is that as a class, you like these leadership definitions that have to do with kind of mutual respect, realizing that everyone's on an even playing field, that just because someone's a leader doesn't make them on a pedestal necessarily. Do y'all think, why do you think that may be kind of a consensus in this class?
We're all about the same age.
All about the same age?
I think it's to do with the parents, like that generation ahead of us. That's the way they kind of were. Like the leader was the one up, and everyone else come below. But I think we all like being everyone on the same page.
We've kind of seen that hierarchy doesn't really always work. We'll talk about that some in this class. Would y'all say that during your generation, you've seen a lot of people considered leaders that then are kind of disappointing? I think it happens like every other day, right? There's something in the news. So do you think that kind of affects our perception on wanting to seek an even level playing field? Absolutely. So those kind of just some nuggets to think about in the back of your mind. I like this idea too of growth, improvement, constantly evolving. Again, just that encouragement that you might not get it right the first time, but there's a chance to try and do it again, and we're all learning from each other. And so with that, it's an opportunity for us to influence each other, not just expect one person, or that it's one person's responsibility to be influential. It's all of ours. Would y'all say that's kind of true? So now, let's go back to the groups, and I want y'all to tell me now, what was your least favorite definition? So as a group, what was the bottom one for everybody? And we'll kind of go in backwards order. So we'll start with y'all's group.
Our least favorite one was the second to last one, so I guess 5.
Okay.
My reason for it come up really like controlling in a way. It uses like the word in a particular manner. I think it's very controlling and not really like as you should be controlling.
Okay, so just sounded controlling, and leader shouldn't be controlling. All right, I can go with that.
We chose the same one.
Same one. Okay, why?
Because it's just very, I don't know, I guess vague in a sense, like it's like a movement, kind of like the wording. Kind of sounds like dictatorship.
Dictatorship. I like that. Why do you say that?
It's a leader telling the followers what to do. They're saying this is the desired way to act, so act this way.
Do what I say, or I shall kick you out of my house.
Negative.
Not calling your parents a dictator,
Take
but
on
yeah.
it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Just cold. Yeah.
Subordinate is not a nice word.
Subordinate is not a nice word. Are y'all subordinates? In my class, you are. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. All right, what do y'all have?
We had the same one as well, and we thought that it was like if the person was saying that, they were trying to assert their dominance.
Oh.
Make a point of I'm the top dog, and it was aggressive too.
Oh, yeah.
The desire. Was it
They're too aggressive.
Yes.
Okay. I think I'm a good speller on most days. All right, what do y'all have?
We also have the desire.
Oh, man, yes. Okay, why?
It same story. It was aggressive. And for me, like I came from a military background, and it really reminded me of the drill instructors that my dad worked with.
Mm-hmm.
And like when I told them in the civilian world, most people don't follow drill instructors, and they rebel against them. So.
So I may seem really nice, but I'm so totally that person. The moment that I feel like I am being made to do something, I'm going to do the total opposite. And it used to drive my parents crazy because I was a good kid. And it would be something simple as like, unload the dishwasher right now. And I'd be like, nope, walk away. You know, like it just, people don't react well to that. That's a really good point. Yeah.
Ours was also the same one.
Ah, okay.
Kind of like what Dave said about controlling and stuff, but then where it says subordinates behave in a desired manner, I felt like that's kind of just devaluing the person, someone as a person. Because these are other human beings that are working with, so everyone's opinion matters whether we agree with it. It's just their opinion, it may not matter.
Yeah, it's almost, it sounds like almost the total opposite of the one that y'all liked the most, right? Because the first one was about this reciprocal. We got a cricket. Okay. That's fine. Welcome to class, Jiminy. So, I hope y'all all seen Pinocchio. But the first definition seems very reciprocal, right, in the relationship. And this one seems a little bit more top-down, okay? So definitely some differences there. Now, there were 4 other definitions on here that we haven't talked about yet. And so let's just kind of, and we can kind of popcorn here, speak out when you want to. This first definition, what were some things you liked or disliked about it? Leadership is an influence relationship among leaders and followers who intend real changes that reflect their mutual purposes.
The mutual again, like both sides.
Mutual.
Probably like the last one.
Yeah. Anything you didn't like about it?
I didn't like the intent.
Intend. Why? What kind of weirded you out about it?
Because, I mean, you can intend to do something, but end up doing completely something else and being reckless. Like, you can intend something good, but then it can turn into a wildfire.
Yeah.
You know? That's what I don't like about
I
it.
kind of don't like that word either because I'm like, intentions are great, but actions are better.
Yeah.
You know, like, fine and good, let's talk all day long about the change you want to make, but you might actually want to get out of your house first. That's just my opinion, right? So I'm kind of with you on that. Really, computer? Come back on. Okay, good. So, no projectors. Don't do this to me today. Okay, second one. Leadership is directing and coordinating the work of group members. What'd you like about this one?
I don't like the word directing.
Don't like the word directing. Why?
For me, it feels more like a boss than a leader. Like,
A boss, okay.
I feel like leaders should be getting down and getting their hands dirty with their team members. And if you're just directing to me, you're a boss.
Yeah.
Liked the word directing.
You liked it, okay? Why?
Because that's the exact opposite of when I think of directing and coordinating. When I think of actually being in there and directing and coordinating, I think of being in there and getting dirty and showing what needs to be done and, being one with the team.
I liked it until it says the work of group
I
members.
didn't like work. I actually crossed that one out.
Okay, so what didn't you like about the work?
Like, the directing and coordinating should be fine if it wasn't just the work of the group members. Like, it's not mutual enough. Like, it's just, oh yeah, you do it, and I'm gonna watch you do it.
So this definition is going to kind of bring up a couple things that we're going to study this semester. First one, and we're going to hit on this on Thursday, is this idea of leadership versus management. And we hit on it piece by piece in our leadership courses, but it's in this class that we really try to say, no, what does theory say the difference is? So that now when you tell people, well, I'm a leader, well, you're applying for a management position. Well, no, here's what a leader does different than a manager does. So this kind of goes into that conversation. The other piece that it goes into is this idea of being task-oriented versus relationship-oriented. What do y'all think the orientation of this definition is kind of alluding to?
It's more task.
It's more task. And so, yeah, it kind of sounds like it leaves out that idea of mutual influence, right, of the relationship piece. And so there has been a ton of research done on, should a leader be more task-oriented? Should they be more relationship-oriented? Which is most effective? And that's really going to underlie a lot of what we do this semester. All right, the third one, leadership is the process of influencing the activities of an organized group in its effort towards goal setting and goal achievement. Would you like, not like?
It felt incomplete.
Why?
Like, you're just goal setting and, like, looking at how to achieve those goals is how it sounded to me. And, like, that effort where there was no action in it.
No action, so just missing the action. I like that. What else?
I kind of really like how it says influencing, because it's instead of like forcing them to do it, it's like coaxing and kind of like giving them some insight and helping them make their decision.
Yeah. So we're kind of seeing that shift, right? That's good. And then the last one, leadership is the art of mobilizing others to want to struggle for shared aspirations.
Struggle.
I don't like that.
How many of you like the word struggle? I'm the only one. How many of you didn't like the word struggle? Okay, what didn't y'all like about the word struggle? I want to hear this.
I think it should be more like mobilizing people to like want to work for their aspirations, but not struggle. Because struggle sounds like you're not getting anywhere. You're just falling down rather than.
You're stuck in the same spot.
You know, you're struggling. You're exactly struggling.
Nobody
You
likes
don't
to
always have to struggle.
You don't always have to struggle. I would agree with that. I would say for me, I like the word struggle because I think there's a little bit of reality to it. I think if we think we're not going to struggle, man, when it happens, how are you going to bounce back?
Like does anyone want to struggle? Like, it's an art of mobilizing others to want to struggle. Like, I feel like that's kind of insanity.
Okay.
Tell someone. Like,
Maybe the art.
It's an art to want to struggle.
So if you could replace the word struggle then with a different word, what do you think would have been better?
I wouldn't even want to replace the word struggle if it said the art of mobilizing others to get through their struggles, to reach their aspirations.
So maybe some resiliency?
That would be better. Just
Yeah.
It's like she was saying. It's no one wants to. You just have to get through it.
Yeah. I think, and I don't know what the better word would be here, but I think what this definition was trying to get at is that, okay, if you already know what your shared aspirations are, then when times do get tough, they want you to be able to fight through that tough time, to have that resiliency, to not just say, okay, this isn't working, we need to walk. They want you to have that little oomph. So maybe struggle isn't the best word, and so if y'all can come up with a better word, bring it. What did y'all think about the word art? Anybody that was kind of like, yeah, not my thing? Anyone not like the word art? What didn't you like about that? And you're a photographer. You're creative.
I just don't feel like wanting to struggle is an art.
Okay.
I don't know.
What does art mean to you?
Not that. Art means like work. Like you have to like work for something and you see it. Like you can see it in the future, or you can like being like a photographer. Like I see what I want to do, but like no one wants to see the struggle. No one wants to like.
Yeah.
No one looks forward to it.
Yeah. Art is kind of, I think of if you there's an art to every profession, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean creative or any of that stuff, but it's just knowing kind of the ins and outs of your profession, and it's kind of those unwritten rules, right? Understanding those and how things work. And so leadership as an art, I could get with that, but then I could see where it seems like there's a huge disconnect between it and struggle. So kind of cool to hear how y'all dissected these leadership definitions. And something to know, all 6 of these are from different textbooks. These are like legit scholarly definitions of leadership. So do y'all see here how like from the get-go we're kind of already starting out with like, what is leadership? Whatever you want it to be. No. But it can seem that way. One thing to know, and I kind of say it again like I said at the beginning of class, is that I'm going to present to y'all some information about leadership, but it's really, this is all stuff that you can take. You can dissect yourself and decide, yeah, I agree with it. No, I don't. Or what I really hope it does is that it helps change what you think leadership is for you to be able to develop what your own personal definition of leadership is. And so that's step 3. I want y'all to kind of stay in your groups right now, but this is kind of going back to an individual activity. Now that we've looked at other people's definitions, we've compared and contrasted them a little bit, I want you to write your definition of leadership. 1 sentence, 2 sentences. It doesn't need to be anything extreme, and I'm not putting it in a textbook, so you don't have to worry about it being the most scholarly written sentence of your life. But thinking back on how you reacted to those other definitions of leadership, what would you say your definition of leadership is? Take 2 minutes. 2 minutes just to write that out. Real short and sweet. I don't know about y'all, but that cricket, like, it makes my brain think that it should be nighttime, which means I should be going to sleep now. It's kind of throwing me off. All right. Everybody got their definition? Everybody got it? Okay, if you are still writing it, finish writing it. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go around the room, and you are going to stand up. You're going to introduce yourself. Yes, you're going to tell us a little something about you. Because we're going to be in class together this whole semester. And some of y'all I have had in class before. Some of you I haven't. And I have found that the sooner we can get to know each other, the more robust our discussions are going to be. We can develop a level of trust with each other as a class to kind of, because some of these things are going to be hard. We might bring up some kind of hot topic items that are going to be a little tough to talk about. And so let's just get out on the table where we're all coming from right at the beginning. So, yes.
You want name, hometown, contact, classification, or something else?
You know,
well,
I'm gonna kind of go with the. I'm going to try to not be so directive to my subordinates today. Definitely name, because yes, I'm checking you off the roster as well to make sure who's here today. But name, whatever you want to tell us. Usually it's kind of cool to know where we're all from. Anything else you want to tell us about? But then the only thing I would like for y'all to share for sure is what was your definition of leadership that you just wrote down. Okay? And Markel, since you're awesome, I'm going to let you start.
Cool. Well, hello,
It's
guys.
stand up so we see ya.
Hello, my name is Marco Harris. I'm the sixth. Oklahoma, so you're leadership, and I guess the cool thing about me, I get to work with the entire class of 2020 this summer. So we'll see. And my definition is the ability to be able to motivate and influence others that is mutually beneficial to all parties involved. That's my definition.
Say that again because you talk so fast.
You want the whole thing?
No. Your definition.
Leadership is the ability to be able to motivate and influence others that is mutually beneficial to all parties involved.
I like it. Cool.
My name is Keely Hambrick. I'm originally from Cameron, Oklahoma. I'm an agricultural education major and leadership minor. I've been out of the country 7 times. Cool thing. My definition, we did it together on accident, so we all have the same one. Just made a new one. Influencing others to make a change in themselves as well as others.
Ooh, I like that. Changing themselves as well as others.
My name is Jenna. I'm from Brookville, Nebraska. Moved here a year ago. And my definition is a leader is one who knows the way and helps their followers to achieve their goals.
Ooh, I like that. Knows the way. Cool. Is your last name Taylor?
Yeah. Okay, my name's Carly Travis. I'm from the only Oblong, Illinois, or at least the only Oblong in all of the land. I am a senior studying ag leadership, and then my definition is leadership is the influential relationship of individuals to transform each other in ways that reflect a mutual purpose.
My name is Mason Hammock. I'm from Lee, Oklahoma. I'm an ag comp major with a minor of ag leadership, and my fun fact: my family has 20 dogs.
Do y'all breed them?
No, unless I want to be, I guess.
We don't watch them carefully.
They're hunting dogs. Leadership is an influence relationship to transform each other for real changes, raising the level of aspiration and morality for purposes which are mutually beneficial.
I like it.
I'm Samantha Williams. I'm from Stillwater. I'm a local. I'm an ag leadership major, and I studied abroad this summer. And my definition is leadership is inspiring others to not only better themselves, but to work to achieve a common shared aspiration or goal.
I like it. Where'd you study abroad?
Ireland.
Cool.
Yeah.
I am Dusty Pardue, and I'm from Toledo, Oklahoma, so it's kind of my area. And my definition is leadership is a mutual relationship between leaders and followers where both parties can help each other reach their goals.
This is Jonathan. I'm sorry, Amanda.
I'm Jonathan Garnett. You can just call me John or Johnny Boy or whatever else you please. Was called George, so I was the guy one time. I'm from Bethel, Oklahoma. Fun fact, I like to credit myself with the fact that there is a Segway writing course at the Oklahoma Science Museum. That's disputed though. And my definition was leadership is being the driver of a team, but also a full-blown teammate, so a leader and a follower all together, because someone once told me that you can't be a good leader and you can't dictate something to someone else unless you are willing to get your hands in there and get dirty and do it yourself.
My name is Lexi. I'm from Sugar Land, Texas. My fun fact is I ride horses. I barrel race. My definition is leadership is the process of influencing the engagement of others to transform each other's aspirations for a mutual purpose.
I'm Adriana. I'm from Santa Rosa, California.
I guess my fun fact is I helped put on like a concert series this summer. I actually helped run it. We had like 12 acts. Toby Keith was there. It was pretty cool. Mine was leadership is the ability to influence the lives of others while striving toward the achievement of mutual goals.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Levi Betchen. I am from Guthrie, Oklahoma. Leadership is a process of bringing others together and helping work toward a shared goal.
Okay. I was really hoping you were going to say you were from Jamaica. That was on your show.
My name is Austin Jackson. I'm from Grove, Oklahoma. I'm a transfer junior from Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College in Miami, Oklahoma, and mine was influence and inspire others to reach goals and transform ideas by working together on the same level as leaders and followers.
My husband's from Miami. For real. I know where Grove is.
My name's Devin Foster. I'm from Bartlett, Kansas. It's active. Well, it's fun, but I've grown up on a family farm all my life, so my definition was leadership is direct work with leaders and followers working together to achieve the same goals and aspirations.
I like it.
My name's Corey Myers. Originally from Worcester, Ohio, which is kind of up around Cleveland. Fun fact about me is I've lived in Oklahoma 2 years and lived in 3 different cities, one in eastern Oklahoma, one in the Panhandle, and now Stillwater. So my definition was engaging others and helping them and or yourself to achieve a common goal or purpose for the benefit of more than yourself.
I like it. So if anybody needs help moving, we've got a pro right here.
I'm Jamie Lynn. I'm also from Ohio. My fun fact is that this is my first class in over a year, and I got back from the bars last night and made it back. Read my email and made it here at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And my definition is short and simple, but I also am really into like youth leaders. Like I do coordination with youth. And leadership is an influencing relationship working towards a mutually beneficial goal. So just short, sweet.
I like it.
I'm Lydia Dance. I'm also from Ohio.
True.
I'm an ag leadership major. My fun fact is I've shared cattle since I was 4. My definition of leadership is that leadership is the process of setting goals and helping a group of people with mutual interests and goals achieve them.
My name is Susanna Jacques. You can call me Susie. The only name I don't like. The variation of my name is Susan. Won't respond to it. I'm from Washington, D.C. I came here because I hate Washington, D.C. and I'm in this small town feel. But my definition is leadership is guiding those who need to find their direction while completing mutually beneficial goals.
Awesome. Welcome to small town Stillwater.
My name is Dominique from Oklahoma City, and my definition is being able to influence others to achieve their goals.
My name is Gage Watson. I'm from Ponca City, Oklahoma. My definition is the art of transforming yourself and others to mutually set and achieve goals.
Hey everyone, I'm Catherine Bozier. I'm from Texline, Texas. I'm an agricultural leadership major. I spent the summer in Washington, D.C. I'm glad to be back in Stillwater as well. It's a great experience though. And my definition is dedicating your time to serve a group for the sole purpose of inspiring hearts and enacting change.
Oh, that one makes me feel all tingly inside. I like it. Caleb, read it.
My name's Caleb Sturt. I'm from North Oklahoma. Fun fact is, I hate big cities.
Y'all get along.
My definition is someone that inspires and helps themselves and others grow in a positive way.
I'm Kylie Turner from El Reno, Oklahoma, and my definition is becoming a leader means that you have to have like subordinate growth and like how others like perceive you as like a good leader.
I like it.
And a fun fact, I have not broken a bone until this summer. I twisted my knee.
Oh, but you're good now.
Yeah, because I fell down the stairs.
Oh, okay. Nobody walk in front of her in case she falls down.
Faith Sweden, West Youngton, Nelly. I'm from Gene Austria, Oklahoma. That's a small town. It's got 93 people in it. My definition of leadership is someone stepping up to make a stand, to lead or show their followers in the right direction.
Ooh, I like that. Stepping up to make a stand.
My name's Kylie Price. I'm a sophomore, and I spent my summer in Virginia, but I'm from Wetumpka, Oklahoma. And my definition is leadership is wanting a common goal in a group and everyone helping each other achieve that goal.
I like it.
My name's Christina. I'm from Comanche, Oklahoma. I'm a senior in AGLE with a minor in AGLE. My fun fact is, including college, I've been to 15 different schools, lived in 6 different states, 11 different homes, in 8 different towns.
The fact that you even remember.
My mom and I counted recently. And my definition is leadership is the engagement of all team members to work towards a shared goal or achievement.
I like it. Kind of cool to hear all of y'all's definitions of leadership. I hear a lot of similarities, and I think it's going to need, I want y'all to hang on to this sheet of paper because there may be times throughout the semester that as we are studying different theories, I'm going to say, I want you to look back. I want you to look back at that first definition of leadership that you wrote, and let's see if we can revise it a little bit. Now, before we break for today, I do want to give some time to introduce this person who's been sitting here in the corner. So, Cammie Grace, if you'll let them know a little bit about you.
Good morning. My name is Cammie Grace Weaver. I recognize some of y'all because I came inside in on one of Laura's classes in the spring. I moved to Stillwater 2 weeks ago from Auburn, Alabama, where I graduated with my Bachelor's of Science in Agricultural Communications and Stewardship based at. Lauren was my leader/boss. When she was there, I worked for her in the Student Services Office for Auburn's College of Ag. I am a grad student under Bill and Cindy. So yeah, I'll be around in class, and then I share an office with Lauren. So if she's not around, you're stuck with me.
Yes, Cammie Grace can help y'all with anything that y'all need as well. And any of y'all that are taking 2403 online, she's helping out with that this semester too. So feel free to consider her a resource and also get to know her. She's awesome. So could be a really cool mentor for y'all. For those of you that haven't had me in class, I do want to let y'all know a little bit about me personally. My background, I grew up in Florida. So this picture of the orange grove, that was literally in my backyard. I'm not lying. So I had an orange grove in the front of my house, orange grove in the back of my house, and then cattle. So even though I grew up an hour from Disney and an hour and a half from any beach either way, I grew up in rural Florida. So it's not what a lot of people think of when they think of Florida. But ag was always a part of my family. My mom's from Alabama. My dad's from Mississippi. Ag was just what we did. We had a produce trucking company in Central Florida, and so FFA, 4-H, all of that was a huge part of me growing up. And I would like to say when it came to my leadership development, it was because of my involvement in those organizations that I feel like I'm where I'm at today. And so also through that, service has always been a huge part of what I do, whether that's serving through education or actually going out and being in my community. I've kind of moved around all the places. So I did do my undergrad at Auburn. I was that typical freshman that started out animal science pre-vet, and then I took organic chemistry, and here I am now, teaching ag leadership. No, my family, again, kind of with our ag business, that was something that always kind of clicked with me, and so I took an ag law class my sophomore year and said, no, this is really more my jam, and changed my major. There was an ag leadership studies minor at Auburn, so that's kind of where I really got into like, wow, this is something that we can teach and work with students about. And my advisor convinced me to go to grad school. I really just thought that I wanted to go work in D.C. or do something along those lines, and he said, no, you need to be a teacher. So I went to Texas A&M for my grad master's degree, was teacher certified, planned to go back and be a middle school ag teacher in Florida. And then I ended up taking a job at a small private Christian university as their director of ag studies. So that's kind of how I started in college teaching. It was not my plan, but the Lord's, and definitely the path that I think He has put me on to serve. And so after working at Warner for a couple years, teaching classes, supervising interns, developing curriculum, I went to go work at Auburn. And that's where I met Cammie Grace as well. Worked out of the dean's office as an undergraduate program coordinator. And then some people put bugs in my ear about going back to school, and here I am. So in my second year of the PhD program in ag education. So hopefully I'll get to add a third picture to this one day. And then my family. I started off with my baby girl because she's been around the longest. It's Dakota. She's a Springer Spaniel. She's 10 and she's awesome. My husband Chad, he's from Miami, Oklahoma. My mother-in-law is from Fairland. And then we have family that lives in Grove too. So northeast corner of the state. We met in grad school at Texas A&M, got married in 2014. And then there is our heathen, Wilkinson. Just soak that in. And then imagine cleaning that up afterwards. It was really fun, actually. We were getting our fall garden ready in the backyard, and he thought it was mud truck time, so it was awesome. He's naked, so I had to cut that bottom of it off. So anyways, yeah, he's 2.5, he'll be 3 in December. I like to share funny stories about him, so if you don't like kids, get a heart. And then finally, just some things about me. Like I mentioned, my faith is really important to me. I feel like that kind of encompasses everything I do and is the purpose behind everything I do. Football season, I'm a Pokes fan now. Like, I can do it. I really like Auburn football.
It's not
No, it's just I like Auburn. Like, I'm a 4th generation Auburn fan. Like, it gets intense. Iron Bowl, we just aren't going to talk. And do not make jokes to me about Nick Saban. I don't think it's funny. Florida's natural. If I see you drinking orange juice, I'm going to berate you. Support U.S. farmers, and Florida's natural is the only orange juice that is 100% grown in the United States and processed in the United States. We can talk about the politics behind Tropicana and all that later, but buy Florida's natural. It's worth the extra $1. I play the harp. My random facts. I do like a lot of music. I love classic rock. We'll probably play that a lot in here. I like to I should really just take that picture off because I don't think that's true anymore. Exercise. I do it because I have to. And I love the beach. So, with that, a little bit about me. Here's your task. We didn't really get to talk about Chapter 1 much today. We're going to start off on Thursday with what our textbook says definition of leadership is. So make sure you look at Chapter 1, find out what does Peter Northouse say the definition of leadership is that we're going to use in this class. So we're going to kind of start with that and dive in hopefully a little bit into Chapter 2 on Thursday. So if you had a friend that's supposed to be in this class and they weren't here today, berate them, call them out, tell them to look at the syllabus online and be here Thursday.